The isekai genre is crazy huge. These days, you can't throw a rock without hitting a new isekai anime with a 40-page essay for a title. Oh, you like isekai? Have you watched I've been killing slimes for 300 years and maxed out my level? Oh yeah, that's a straight banger. But have you watched The World's Finest Assassin gets reincarnated in another world as an aristocrat? Oh, I've got one. How about Do You Love Your Mom and Her Two-Hit Multi-Target Attacks? A lot of isekai stories follow a similar formula. Average dude gets magically transported to another universe. Wacky hijinks ensue, and he eventually garners the attention and affection of one or multiple female love interests. Despite the isekai genre's overwhelming popularity, I'd still consider it a pretty niche genre. But I know a subgenre that's even more niche, which I lovingly call historical romance transmigration villainous manhwa. Unlike isekai, where the protagonist transports body and soul to the new universe, transmigration is just where the soul of the character transfers into a new body. But honestly, tomato tomato, it's a similar kind of situation either way. Historical romance transmigration villainous manhwa, or HRTVM for short, is so formulaic that I can describe the basic gist of 90% of the manhwa out there. A nondescript girl with some sort of trauma suddenly dies from getting hit by a truck or overworking or something. The next thing she knows, she's somehow been transported into the world of the last book/game she read/played. And even worse, she's been transported into the body of the villainess of the story, who ultimately dies in the end. Determined not to die a pathetic death, the female lead, or FL for you nerds out there, vows to live a quiet life and not interfere with the original main plot, which usually involves the book or game's original protagonist falling in love. Everyone is surprised when the normally abusive villainess suddenly turns into the most loving and caring person to ever exist, but they quickly stop caring for one reason or another. Everything's going fine until, somehow she's been noticed by the male lead, the ML, and he hates her for completely justified reasons considering the past actions of the villainess. But like literally every other character in the story, he slowly falls for the suddenly kind FL, completely forgetting about his original love interest. Blah blah blah, a bunch of stuff happens, and 200 chapters later, they get married and it's happily ever after. Does the FL miss her original life back on Earth? Nope. In that life, she made no achievements or personal connections, so what's even there to miss? And that's pretty much every HRTVM. You could honestly make a bingo card with all these tropes, because it's always the same. That isn't to say there's absolutely no variation. Sometimes the female lead isn't from another universe, but the reincarnation of the villainess after she's been executed for her villainous ways. But honestly, it's all basically the same. You could draw a Venn diagram of each trope and realize that most of the story is basically the same despite the slightly different premise. But honestly, I eat it up every time. It can be the exact same story, but I still feel that rush of emotion when 50 chapters in, the main characters touch hands for the first time, and I say, wow, she's unknowingly winning him over, they're falling in love, as if it hasn't happened in literally every single manhwa in this genre. And just look at the detail. I swear every outfit and background in these manhwa are so incredibly intricate that I have to stare at each panel as if I were appraising a piece of classical artwork. Every frill and accoutrement is painstakingly drawn and colored in. These manhwa may be formulaic as hell, but there's no way anyone can deny how freaking beautiful the artwork is. But the real reason these romance manhwa are so formulaic is because it works. Look no further than the most popular manga magazine ever, Shonen Jump. Every popular shonen anime and manga follow the same beats, from the determined but stupid protagonist to the insane power scaling that happens over the course of the series. But that's a topic for another video.